Hello the channel. Welcome back everyone. Midway through the first big new weekend in Sorare. Lots of wee teething issues and head scratching and all that sort of stuff. And probably lots of relegation the way the teams are going at the moment. But there we go. With a quick overview of that. See Pranksy's doing well. I did try and have a look at his stuff on Sorare data and it just completely broke Sorare data. So anyway, he spent plenty, so let's not seem as if we're complaining about that. Touch jealous, no doubt about it. So in terms of teams, couple rolling. Gutelbauer, it's been upped a bit actually. I think he was up to 95. Sugawara 100, superb. Made a wee mistake here actually. I didn't realise that you could play unique in here. I probably should have used the Matt O'Reilly unique in here, but Jens Peter Hogga is going to bring home a card on Monday. I can feel it. Cap to 40 unique. Depends if the goalkeeper starts. That's a bit up in there. Him and Hyken. Fury might do the business anyway, but he needs a lot, so I think he'll need the goalkeeper to start. Pretty happy to have everybody starting in the contender in season, so called that pretty well. Fingers crossed. Hardly had any clean sheets. I shouldn't mention clean sheet and Joe Hart in the same video, should I? To be fair, it's not always been his fault this season. Scales and CCV starting, and I'm recording this about an hour before the game starts, so hopefully by the time you've seen it, we're quite high up in the rankings. Tottenham, again, kind of flattered to deceive, no decisives there, but still a chance of getting something in the in-season from Liverpool. Buscaglia, again, conceded 3 goals and hit an 86. Guy is a monster. Just such a monster, such a great captain option. Again, that's a bit of a remote one. This one still has a bit of a chance. Pretty frustrating with Bruno Fernandes. We put Højlund right through and goalkeeper made a really good save, but still a chance of getting a reasonable place and hopefully not being relegated. This one doesn't look too good, but Stuart Armstrong does have another game as well. And Cezinha with a 75, so still got a sort of chance there. And those are the main lineups. Let's not try and look at Pranksy's because that'll just snooker everything. So anyway, we're going to have a look at the spreadsheet and it's not loading up just now. Probably done something wrong again. We'll do that IT thing where you turn it off and turn it back on. That always works. Always. So let's have a look at midweek team fixture because that's what we're here for, a bit of lineup building and everything for midweek. And we'll have a look at it as an overall and then we can break it down into divisions. So Liverpool, Sheffield United, that's kind of who I was expecting to see up the top there. 91% win percentage, 3.45 expected team goals. I do want to go over this in overall first because we still have All-Star and I think I might be playing All-Star midweek as well. Feyenoord against Volendam, no real surprise there. 55% clean sheet percentage and 3.25 expected team goals. PSV again. Although after their first defeats, that's kind of interesting. Arsenal against Luton. There's no nipping in the Z. He'll be licking his lips. But I mean, Luton are pretty decent, right? He scored against Tottenham. Probably should have scored more. Arsenal, I would say, are better, but you never know. They're playing City today, and that could be a tough one. Manchester City against Aston Villa. I guess it'll be the Pep Roulette. It'll be the issue there. Pretty good fixture. Fenerbahce back, so that's good. Missed the Turkish teams this weekend. I think that's hampered some of my teams, although I've got really good selection. Some of the depth you need for the extra teams comes kind of for me anyway from that, or in season anyway, having guys like Icardi. AZ, so they're back in good form. Seem pretty tight at the back at the moment, so 40% expected clean sheet percentage, but I think that on recent form probably better than that. Ajax been pretty much avoiding all season. So given there's an EPL week, I think what we'll do is we'll select English Premier League first, look at the best fixtures there. So Liverpool, the real standout. Arsenal, no real surprise there. Man City, I mean, if you call the team right, they could easily hammer anyone, really. Tottenham, an interesting one. They're not really a team to be stacking because they conceded too many goals, but West Ham conceded 3 against Newcastle, and you'd imagine that Spurs will score a couple. Chelsea and Manchester United will kind of best a bad bunch there, like the result there, but Manchester United nearly won as well at Brentford, but they were really poor, so it's a really interesting one. Newcastle against Everton, so this is the fixture stuff for the team on the left, Newcastle. So, Wowcow, if you're watching this, look away. Newcastle will be buoyed by getting that 4-3 result, So yeah, that could kind of work in Tottenham's favour as well. West Ham been a bit down in the dumps, Bournemouth, and then our ones are kind of hard to call, and then we've got the reverses of the fixture in terms of stats. And then we've got the different regions. So champion, nothing on outside the EPL. So that's kind of interesting strategy wise, do you want to be, going into champion if you feel like a lot of people are chasing the cash, etc. That's definitely a consideration for this midweek, and interesting. You've got the EPL Open and Champion as well. Challenger, so I don't think there's really anything on MLS or anything wise midweek. So it's like we've got Holland, we've got Turkey. So Feyenoord, we mentioned earlier, PSV, Galatasaray appearing now is 2.78 expected team goals. Quite a healthy clean sheet percentage as well. Don't find them that reliable for clean sheets, but there we go. AZ, Ajax, Utrecht, Sparta Rotterdam, not that high up in terms of the game against Vitesse, but Vitesse have been struggling, so that's still one I think I'm going to target from my own personal point of view. Contender, so we've got like some Chinese games and stuff on here. Wuhan Free Towns, not really many licensed players. Yokohama, Vissel Kobe, pretty impressive weekend, scored quite a few goals as well. Jeonbuk, it's got lots of stuff going on in the K-League and everything just now, like, Kim Jun-hoon, I think's been not dropped, but he's been replaced just now because he's going away with the Asian under-23 team, so, watch out for that as well. Also, Tokyo against Urawa, I think Nozawa will start after Go Hatano had his big brain freeze, for want of a better word, and come out and nearly halved someone. I say nearly half someone, they actually did have someone. Going to do something else interesting. I've learned a wee bit to do with spreadsheet now as well. So this is like all the players rather than my own, and started doing this too. So in terms of competitions, etc., try to work out like what the available rare playing goalkeepers are, etc. I don't have a super rare goalkeeper at the moment, so that's going to be something I'll need to address at some point. Missing the Rare Plus, certainly midweek anyway. So this is something you can do with a Gal spreadsheet. It's really sort of clever. You'll be able to pull down all information, just sort it to under 23 rare and the available goalkeepers, and then it'll do some magic in the background and go, and then it'll work eventually. And there we go, we have the available options for midweek. You can actually do something else here and filter out guys based on fixture, start and percentages and all that sort of stuff. So we've got Ramaj, Ajax goalkeeper, Mamardashvili, been pretty good recently. Levan Nino doesn't play, Minda doesn't play. Interestingly, Leandro Bray did play last night. Didn't play that well, I don't think. Alcala, I don't think it's a starter. Bart Verbruggen, it's a bit hit and miss, even worse than Pep Roulette. Jasper Schendelaar does start. Danelli, etc. don't. Owusu Ojuro doesn't start at the moment, but it looks like we're going to have an issue with that's good for me. Matt Ryan's going to be leaving at the end of the season, confirmed. Go down here, Kazuki Ozako with the expected score or project score 51. CJ Dos Santos won't start now, I don't think. Calendar's back. Tahatepe doesn't start. Bake Young Bum's not starting at the moment. So quite a restricted pool of goalkeepers there. James Trafford also been dropped. For Muric Lee Guang Yun again, I think is going to the under 23 Asian tournament. Jordi Petrovic, well, Chelsea. Sorry, John, if you're watching this, pretty poor. So Kosaitani. So Patrick Schulte as well, actually, yeah. So there's quite a few playing goalkeepers midweek. There's no doubt about it. It's always something to check, or something useful to be able to check on these game weeks. And I'm going to do my under 23s first as well, just because I think it's quite good to target these on the more restricted weeks. Okay, so right, here we go. It's hard to get used to all the new UI and all that type. I mean, this stuff looks pretty good, but there's no doubt about it. The UI needs some work. It's only our first version of it, and God knows what's going to happen when the teams start going up and down and all that sort of stuff as well. But well, that's a job for checking again tomorrow. So under 23s. So goalkeeper wise, Leandro Bray, pretty interesting, pretty good fixture for him. Definitely in consideration if I think he's pretty strong chances of starting. I think he has. Verbruggen I always try and avoid. Dean, Westerveld and Ojuro are all at AZ. Obviously, none of them play just now. Kazuki Osako, probably the 51. That's not a standout score there. Patrick Schulte, tough game against. Tigres, although could do pretty well at home, there's no doubt about that. I think I'm going to go with a safe option and go for Kazuki Osako. I mean, Sanfrecce have been pretty good, right? And over and above that, he's an out-of-season card, which means I can leave my in-season cards for other stuff as well. So that's what the green thing means here as well, and obviously very helpful to be able to know that. I think I'm going to probably just have to use Geertruida here. I mean, like, I've got obviously Saliba, etc. available, but I just never really seems to score that well, Saliba. I don't know, like, it was probably banging 100 now, but if I'm going to target the under 23s, I think I'm going to have to use guys like this. Nice to see Weigan make his debut for Inter Miami as well. Guy I've sort of been held this one for a while and picked this one up really, really cheaply, and maybe get a wee bit of luck with the move, but good player, so take that luck when it comes. Midfield wise, so Lakonga with a projected 80, that's pretty high. That's kind of interesting. He's a pretty good player though, to be honest. I don't think I'm going to be risking him in this fixture. Coop Miners again does pretty well in general too. It's kind of interesting. Phil Foden, interestingly, quite low down. That's probably reflective of the fact that Aston Villa are pretty good. Now, the interesting thing here is Liverpool are going to play in Sheffield United, so they want to use Szoboszlai here. I'm going to have to monitor minutes and stuff in terms of what he does today, because he's definitely a standout for this division. But and then we've got Pep Roulette to consider as well. Tough one. I think I'm going to have to put in Phil Foden. It's difficult not to do it, right? I mean, okay, it's Aston Villa, but the guy's been just so good this season. It's just been excellent. Again, we'll see what type of minutes he gets today, because but there's a title race going on, so it's, I don't contradict myself here, but at the end of the day, like, can City really afford to go mental with rotations? Koki Saito, a nice high expected score, so that's pretty good. I like that against Vitesse. Did come off a wee bit early, but he's not played him a lot recently, and I think that kind of makes sense, probably just managing his minutes to make sure he does play midweek. Hopefully no sort of injuries, etc. Minty, someone also I like as well. Pretty good expected score. And Sorare has been really, really good actually. Just hit a 68 there as well. Although 20, I don't know if I really want to target. I mean, he's at home, but 20 are pretty good. So that's going to be an interesting one. I think I'm going to put Koki Saito in provisionally, and then we'll see what we get in terms of projections, etc. And then we've got one more slot to fill here. Coop Miners is kind of tempting, right? Again, it's an in-season card as well. You need to be careful with that. You don't just like end up not being optimal. I know it's double negative there, but you want to make sure you are optimal as well, in terms of picking the right lineup. I think looking at Weirst in there, it looks like a pretty good fixture for him. Big Mike, probably better in there. Can't even spell his name. He's in good form, so look at that form, that's pretty good. I think Geertruida is probably the most sensible captain option there as well. So there we go. I find it harder to pick teams just now. I don't know about you guys, but like it's a bit harder just because you're having to think about who's in season, who's out of season, all that type of jazz. I'm going to do an All-Star next, and there's two reasons for this. First reason is you can't get relegated. You can't get relegated. Second reason is the rewards are pretty good, right? So $1,200 in a tier 1 and stuff there, and I think a lot of the teams will the big cards and stuff will end up going into like the champion seasons and stuff like that. But I do have some good options here, like Nick College, etc. And then we'll go into the regions. So kind of sticking to my guns of remaining quite strong on the actual All-Star divisions whilst we've still got them available. So Nick College, can actually do something else here as well, and I can use my Brian's unique, so that kind of maxes me out, which I think is quite interesting. Yeah, I'm pretty guaranteed that we'll get a goal now from Vitesse, but there we go. Declan Rice only projected 56, but I think against Luton at home, I think it's a good place to use him. I won't have an entry into the champion because Alisson's injured, so I don't have any champion goalkeepers. So yeah, I've got to use him here. Cezinha back on a bit of form today as well, so right up there in terms of projected scores. Having Lozano come off at the half time at the weekend. And I see a Canales there as well, which is kind of interesting. Or do I use Sugawara? I think I'm going to use Sugawara here, right? And go for the old Cezinha captain. I mean, Sugawara, I could drop him down to 23s, but I think that's a bit of a waste. And this is going to be a strong team, so quite a good defensive stack. Sugawara, Rice, and Cezinha. I think that's more than strong enough to win the All-Star midweek as well. So pretty interesting. Then we get into the mind fick stuff. I don't know whether I just play the caps, to be honest, but like we've got to have a look at the EPL and champion stuff. So first job here, I think strategy wise, to kind of work out the story in terms of rewards. So if we look at the in-season competitions, didn't do much crushing this weekend. There we go. View prize pool. Right, it's $2,000 for first. Now that's for the in-season. So let's see what we've got available for this. So Premier League in Premier League Classic, Premier League in-season, and rare. Bear in mind I can drop Virgil down into this as well. Don't know if yeah. I was going to say do not have a goalkeeper. I definitely do have a goalkeeper. I'll speak to Igal about this as well, actually, because Kelleher's a duplication, so it doesn't show up. It's probably just a problem with the sheet processing it. So could I get a team in this? So obviously Kelleher. It just seems a shame to use Virgil in here, but it's just $2,000 for first, right? So who else we got in season? So that's the green ones here. Akanji. Kind of interesting if he doesn't start today, then could be a compelling one to use. Norwood, no. Bruno Fernandes. Chelsea are not that good. Although they're not too bad in terms of midfield. Do have the option now of going a non in-season card, so could go a pretty similar lineup to what I had. Phil Foden doesn't show as an in-season, but that's because I've got two, which is a nice position to be in as well. So could kind of do that. I could go with De Bruyne in here instead, depending on whether he starts today, because if he doesn't, then we're more likely to start and then go with Salah, against Sheffield United. Pretty poor. Just a shame that from a Liverpool point of view, I mean, obviously I'd probably rather use Salah in the whole the whole Liverpool type stack in the Classic. So that's kind of an interesting one there, but yeah, I've got other options. There's guys like Diogo Jota. I think he should be back on the bench today, etc. Guys like Doku who can bring into the Classic as well. It really is tempted to play like the full Liverpool stack though in the Classic, so let's see what the story there is. So, Salah could move out of that, and also I'll need to see whether that team gets relegated as well, right? Because I want to play for that $2,000 for first. So you've got two options here. Obviously, you've got Classic, sort of Division 1. Again, need to see if it gets relegated, or you can play Champion as well, which might be a nice differential. So I have a look and see what the Champion rewards are like compared to the EPL. It's nice to have the EPL as availability now, and I do sort of feel as if it's going to divide things up in terms of people putting teams in different places, etc., or different strategies. So here, right, okay, no rewards found. That's something Sorare are going to have to address, right? People need to start planning their teams. So for that point of view, you can't always leave it sort of too late. Let's have a look at the other regions. So Challenger, it's going to leave it as Challenger Classic because then that shows you the in season and the out of season stuff. And then I could do a super area as well because I've got Etienne, Vasson, etc. Yep, Nick College, Vasson. So where are we going to put them? So I've got Classic. I want it in the top division midweek. Again, I don't know how this is going to work, in all honesty. And what I mean by that is, like, is the relegation and everything all going to be live? View prize pool. Fuck off. Alright, so I wanted the top division anyway, that would be the best. So, Etienne Vasson, that's like estimated 58, pretty good. Can use Micah Wilson here because I've got Ryans as well, so that's kind of interesting. It's a shame I actually can nearly get a strong 23 Super Rare team as well, but that's what it is for that point of view. I just need to sort out a goalkeeper at some point, which is not cheap. Sounds like quite a straightforward thing. Ferdi Caddy carrying a calf injury. Interesting. Kavechi, Szymanski, Van den Boomen not starting today. So I'll need to wait news on Ferdi. That's an interesting one. So I guess it's going to have to be Szymanski. Rikoki Saito and put in Ryans. I suppose I'm really banking on the clean sheet if I put in Ryans. Having Lozano did come off at half times, but actually I need to check on how he's doing as well. Pretty good fixture against Excelsior though. Big Mike's in good form, so I think I'll go for that as captain. But again, that's a really good decision. I think I'd probably rather play Ferdi at home to Adana than having, but I'll need to check on Play Sharper injury news, what the rewards are. That would help Sorare as well. Sorry guys, get the bloody information up. Get the UI sorted. Right, let's do one more. We'll pick Contender. Contender Classic. Again, I'll have other teams like Rares and stuff like that, but it was just to kind of see what we're going to be running. I don't know if I can get a very good team in here, so I guess I could probably put it in Classic Team B. Team's not even get any name, that's how good it is. Latika, Kang Sang Woo, Bernetti, Edgar Silva, and then Milton Venezuela's not playing much. Basel for Gargic, not the easiest of fixtures. Kim Tae Hyun, projected score of 0. That's interesting. EMG Sun, suppose Gargic, so I'm not going to be using Zenia. Eljichenko come off at half time. I think I'm just going to go with Ian Jusum. Captain Big Kang Sang Woo. Again, it's not a strong team, but yeah, just get it in midweek anyways. And then see if we've got anything better on offer at rare level. Again, with it being quieter midweeks, I think I really want to attack the top ones now. Have I got much in season wise? This is where the real mind stuff comes in. Yeah, my contender in season stuff's Ulsan, so this is going to be out of season. Classic season team 1. Because you click on it, it doesn't even center on the page. You need to sort stuff like that. Team A, Classic. No point looking for the prize pool. It's not there. Sorry, guys. So, Brandon Nozawa, or I think I'm going to go with Langerak against Consadole because they are absolutely horrific at the moment. Conceded like 6 to Vissel Kobe. Hayato Araki or Nagadu. Nagadu's playing very well at the moment, although Shanghai are decent. Yeah, I suppose. Then go with Nagadu. Nagadu, do. Push pineapple, shake a tree. think we're going to have to end the video soon before I get chucked off of YouTube for some. Kuryo Mitsuki with a nice high expected score. He's on set pieces, etc. Pretty good. Matthias Vargas was on really good form recently, so hang on. They playing each other? Yes, I'm going to go for Iraqi then. Cezinha, I might move to All-Star, but I guess if we're putting this in the highest classic, then could do that. Also, did I use Edgar Silva? I did. Don't have a rare of Edgar Silva. Issa Calon playing pretty well, 51 projected. So these aren't really high projected scores, are they? Valeri Kazishvili, where's Vaco? Eduardo was out, he was ill, so I'd usually be playing Eduardo here, but go for Vaco, Cezinha captain. So it's quite a funky wee team actually, I don't mind that. I mean, considering if you look at those fixtures that are on, that's not really too bad. Anyway, I'm not going to talk much about the UI or anything anymore, I'm still getting used to it. Find it a bit sort of confusing and stuff myself. We'll have other teams to put in. I wish you could, you had an overview page where you could just click the overview and you can see teams you've entered again. So I hope Sorare can build that again, because that's one of the things I want to do, right? I want to look through and see who I've used, but you click on Premier League, you can still see that team, but there's loads of these blanks and stuff, so if I had one where it just filtered it to my teams again or whatever, that would be good, so you can see what players you've used, etc. So there we go. Anyway, just waffling now. Final thing is, see we've launched the rare instant buys. I know people don't really like that, etc. It's what it is. I mean, I think there's certain elements of it's quite good. Firstly, all the cards are all sort of listed above what they've been selling at. I've actually used it twice this morning, so not just blowing wind up Sorare's ass, but for the sake of a quid or whatever, I just wanted to kind of get these guys in for collection score, building a wee Ulsan collection, just for a bit of fun. They were absolutely Johnny Rotten at the weekend, but in saying that, John Book away is not the easiest, so for that point of view, it's not really worth judging it there, and it's a double game week as well, so that team could actually still hit. So get 9 cards so far, a bit of fun, done a bit of research. The young goalkeeper's reasonably highly rated, so I thought he was a good pickup. Had to get the backup in just in case there's games where Jo Hyun Woo is away with South Korea or whatever. Sometimes you get these mad scenarios where teams are still playing. Kim Yoon Gwon's pretty obvious one, although they didn't play the weekends. Keep an eye on that. Seo Young Woo as well, getting sort of rotation. Wojciech Kim Min Woo, I think he's better than the way he's been playing. Ludwigsen done a pretty good score at the weekend. Definitely do want. Where's your man? Won Sang Im. Definitely one I want to pick up. Pretty exciting player. Had some injuries, so got a bid in him. We were looking to pick him up. And who's the other guy who done pretty well at the weekend? Lee Dong-gyung. Again, he did pretty well. And again, this is the beauty of the sort of instant buying stuff as well, right? So. Well, that was an auction actually, 36 quid, but a few of them went on the instant buy as well, I'm sure. I'm sure those ones one day ago, that 25 quid and 32 quid one, both went on the instant buy. So people knock the instant buy, but early on in the season in particular, kind of lets Sorare sell into demand, and that's a bit, I don't really mind about it. Anyway, we're going to wrap it up there because that's nearly half an hour. Hopefully that's a wee bit helpful in terms of preview for midweek, seeing the best games, different competitions. People keep asking me, what's your strategy? I don't know yet. I don't actually know yet. So I don't want to be in one of these scenarios where I'm wanting to enter a lower division because I think it'll be softer and all that type of stuff. I want to try and keep myself in the top divisions and just see how it works out. Just aim for as high up as I possibly can. But there will be some times where I'll deliberately enter a B or a C team or whatever if I just don't feel like it's strong enough. Obviously, we've still got the caps. We've still got All-Star and everything running here, so got a couple of decent teams in there, and I might tweak some of those teams and just play a strong All-Star rather than playing the regions, based on what's available to buy, and that's where you've really got to put a lot of thinking power into it and Sunday morning with an hour less in bed after the clocks change, probably not the point. Anyway, I'm going to go and watch Celtic, hopefully smash up Livingston now. I hope I'm not going to eat my words. And anyway, for this weekend, and I don't know why I keep saying anyway, good luck and go